Hi folks, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're keeping well. I'm on my way to Scotland. I suppose one of the reasons I set up this particular channel was so that I could show my photography, show how to do what I do, and also to maybe travel to different places and bring them back to you as well. Last year the plan was to go back to England. I had been there in 2019, didn't make it back last year for obvious reasons. The opportunity is there now to get to Scotland. We'll be hopefully staying out of large urban areas and keeping pretty much to the open and beautiful landscape of the Scottish Highlands, the Inner Hebrides, the Outer Hebrides, and if I'm very lucky, possibly even to get further north. It all depends. I've just booked the ferry out, no plans as to what time I'm going to get back. I'm going to bring a series of vlogs to you, starting with just north of the Highlands there, Loch Lomond, and further north. So hope you'll stay with us and enjoy the vlog. Talk to you soon.
What an incredible view I have here behind me. Unbelievable. This is absolutely amazing. Okay folks, you're very welcome to Scotland. First stop on the trip, Loch Lomond, always been a favourite of mine. Fantastic lake, one of the largest in Scotland, certainly just north of Glasgow. I'm at the northern section of it. It's almost European, it's almost alpine, with the height of the actual the hills and the mountains on either side there. So also we've got loads of trees over here. You can see them, they're under cloud cover at the moment. Likewise, we have ferries going up and down, Loch Lomond ferries, not alpine ferries, going up and down as well too. There's none at the moment. I'll show you a clip. You'll have either seen a clip with one or two of them in it, or you will see a clip. What attracted me to here is I was driving along the road and I was looking out for it because I saw it when I was here 2 years ago, is all these stones and rocks and even parts of trees stuck in the water. And what I'm doing is trying to do a long exposure of maybe 5 or 6 seconds and taking the height of the far side, and also trying to smoothen out to a certain degree the water itself. Now look, when you're shooting at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you're never going to expect to get bangers of shots, to be very honest. But I can't be everywhere in Scotland at 10 to 9 or whenever the sun is setting. But I think this is nice enough to stop and to vlog, getting some decent shots. I actually found that I was probably getting better shots shooting away from the sun than shooting towards the sun. The sun is kind of to the right hand side of us there somewhat. Still very high in the sky, so it's draining all the colour out of the actual greens and blues, etc. So that's it. Also, I've got quite a high mountain over here, no idea what it's called, lovely moody clouds over it, but I can't seem to generate the height within the actual camera itself for whatever reason. Just doesn't seem to be happening. I have a switch on, I have a 1635 as you'd expect. I have a 6-stop. I also have a polarizer on to make it a little darker. As I said, 5 or 6 seconds, and that's nice. Oh, look, a bit of cloud cover there now. Maybe the shots will be even better again. But I'm trying to use these particular stones, and there's another section up there where the stones are going into the water. They almost look contrived, to be very honest, but I will go up there in a minute and I will take a few shots of that. Onwards and upwards. Also, just before I'm gone, there's some trees that have fallen and are basically leading lines. I'm going to go down and shoot those in a minute as well too. They're leading on the other section of this little mini peninsula that's next to me here, and I'm going to try and shoot those as well. I hope they'll work out as leading lines. If they do, you'll be seeing it in a few minutes. Okay folks, welcome to Kilchurn Castle. It's one of the most beautiful castles in Scotland. On the loch side here, the lake side, very imposing, with even more imposing mountains in the background. It's halfway between Loch Lomond and Glencoe, yet a little towards the coast. It's a very well photographed castle. People back in Ireland mightn't know much about it, but certainly in the UK and in photography circles, very much photographed. I'm finding it difficult here actually to try and get a place to stand. With lots of stones on this side of the actual lake, and this is where most of the shots will be taken. Just looking around me here, quite an amount of people doing wild camping on this particular side, and most of the photographers will be over here as well. We're not going to get any reflections with that wind that's blowing at the moment. I'm even thinking about maybe not putting up a drone. It's a shame really, because this is one of these places that a drone would be fantastic. We've got reeds over here that I'm going to use as a foreground. Going to try and find some maybe rocks here, but I don't see any on the actual edge of the lake to use as foreground. And over further in the lake I'm just spotting a dead tree. Thanks be to God for dead trees. At times they can become great foreground, as I used down below in Loch Lomond. The last time I was here, and I was here 2 years ago, I arrived at about 2 or 3 o'clock. I was on a runner, to be honest. Stayed about an hour and a half. Shot at the lights out, but I got home and really lots of the shots were quite disappointing. I was looking for, even when I was coming today, it was raining at lunchtime, and I was praying to God that it would actually be raining when I'm here to give it real, that Scottish atmosphere, that Ivanhoe, that I'm trying to think of the Shakespearean plays now, but you know where I'm coming from. This kind of element of mystery and mystique in the landscape. That's it basically. Hopefully this wind will die down a little, and we might get some bit of, there seems to be even nearly waves developing now in the water, which I hadn't anticipated, truth be told, because it's such a beautiful day and there's such heat there. I had to get here before the sun dropped over the shoulder of the mountain yonder. I'm getting the language and all now at this stage, yonder. So it has to be quite high at this particular time of the year. In the winter time, the snow or the sun will drop down over that side, and you can leave it quite late because there ain't a mountain on that side. Anyway, I'm going to push on, try and take in some of the trees, the boulders, the rocks, etc. Let's hope I get a few shots. Okay folks, I came around to the right hand side to incorporate some of the geese in the foreground and the actual, in fact I'm going to stop up and take a shot because the geese are after coming out of the water now, and they make for a nice foreground, something different, a different variation. Also with that stump of a tree or branch of a tree or trunk of a tree, call it what you may. Lovely light coming in on the on my left hand side now, on the western side obviously, as the sun begins to sink down. Boom. Right, that's nice. I came around there anyway because I have the actual tree stump, log, whatever you call it, plus the geese, and I thought, look, it's a little calmer here as opposed to the middle of the actual lake. Never have I seen it, not that I've been here too often, but I have seen people coming here on videos and on vlogs, and never have I seen so little water in this particular lake. It's really, the water is receded over towards the castle. In fact, off to my left there, one nearly has the feeling that you could nearly walk across the castle. However, I was wondering why somebody had laid all these stones, a pathway of stones, and I found out once I walked in here, because I went straight down. It was not quite quicksand, but it wasn't far off, and for a while I was wondering whether I'd be able to get out or not. So I abandoned that idea, because I'm sure if I were able to stand maybe 10 feet from the actual shoreline, I'm able to get a reflection. It's calmer there, and the reflection of the castle. I might throw the drone in just in the next minute or two, try and get that as well. I hope it doesn't scare away all those geese. When the sun dropped down behind the mountains at the back of Kilchurn Castle, the quality of light reduced considerably, and with an hour and a half left before sunset, I decided to head west along the road to Oban. This was a good move, as I came across two different locations, one Connell Bridge and two Loch Etive, where I took shots, and these are the shots I took. Once again, thank you very much for joining me. Much appreciated. If you enjoyed what you saw, please give me a like. And if you haven't subscribed at this stage, well, why not do so? And also press the bell so that you'll be notified of future vlogs and adventures. Part 2 of the photographing Scotland takes me up to Glencoe, and I have 1 or 2 other spots that I visited as well. I've taken some of the regular shots and some not so regular shots. So look forward to seeing you then. Take care, talk to you soon.